loves, welcome back to S's Kitchen, and today we're going to make a mutton recipe, which is goat meat recipe, and it's basically called Khatta meat, which means sour mutton. So it's very easy recipe, again with very less ingredients. I'll quickly show you the ingredients. So for this we need 1 chopped onion, 2 garlics, some ginger, and we need lemon juice, salt and red chili powder, cumin, and some cloves, asafoetida just for the flavors, and mustard oil. You can switch the mustard oil with canola oil or soya oil, and we need 1 kilo of goat meat. So let's get started with the recipe. So I have the pot on, and now we're going to add the oil in the pot and wait for the oil to cook. And there we have added the oil. We're not going to use too much oil because it's the mutton or the goat meat itself has lots of oil. So we're going to wait for it to reduce the oil. So we'll just wait for this to heat up, and then we're going to start adding our ingredients to it. So now that it's all heated up, I'm going to add the asafoetida to start with. And I'm going to add the cumin and the cloves. And we're just going to make it, we're just going to wait for it to cook. And while it's sizzling, we're going to add our mutton into it. We're going to just mix it all together. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the lid on with the mutton for at least 2 to 3 minutes for it to reduce its, to get the oil out of the mutton. Okay, so we're just going to cover this at this stage, and we'll be back to add our rest of our ingredients. So I'm just going to cover the lid for next 5 to 10 minutes and we'll be back. So now that it has been cooking for around 5 minutes, I'm just going to give it a big stir. So as you can see, the meat has started losing its oil, so it's a good time to add the rest of our ingredients. So now at this stage, I'm going to add the onion. And also I'm going to add the the garlic. And we're going to mix it all together. Just like this. At this stage, I'm going to add the salt and the red chili powder. Red chili powder is optional for this recipe. If you don't want to use it, you can leave this aside. But I like a bit of a color in these recipes, so just salt and pepper according to your own taste. And now just mix it. Choose the pot which has a base of an induction cooktop so that it cooks evenly on the whole every side. So now it's all about the timing. So we are just going to put the lid on again and wait for it to cook for a little while. Just give it a bit of a stir in between and then just leave the lid on. And if you don't want to cook in an open pot, you can also cook the same recipe in a pressure cooker. Give it a 2 pressure cookers and it will be done. Okay, we'll just wait for this to complete and I'll be back with you. So as you can see, it's been cooking for some time and it already looked pretty good. So at this stage, I'm just going to give a quick stir. Because the mutton has already lost all of its fat and color, and yeah, it looks pretty good with very less ingredients. And now I'm going to add the chopped ginger in it. So at this stage, we're going to again mix it and cover it all together. Once the mutton is fully cooked, then you can have an option to add some water into it. But if it cooks its own juices, that's like the best dish, because it's been cooking in its own juice. So I'm just going to cover it again for some time and let it cook on a low flame this time, so that it will take another 15 to 20 minutes to cook. So we'll just cover this now and we'll wait for next 15 to 20 more minutes. So now that it has been cooking for some while, we'll quickly remove and see how it's looking. And it looks pretty good. And as we can see, the mutton has left the bone here, so it's a good sign that the mutton has cooked. At this current stage, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some meat masala. It's not too much, it's just 2 teaspoons of it, and mix it. This is again an optional. There are a few things which I have skipped through the recipe because all of them were optional, like mashed green chilies or green chili paste, because I'm making this to have as a dinner with my son. So he does not like spicy food, so I did not put any chilies in it. And now the last bit of the recipe, which is lemon juice. So I have squeezed 2 fresh lemons here, and we're just going to put that here. That's all of the water which I have put in this recipe, and the rest was all the juice left from the meat. As soon as you add the lemon, the mutton will stop cooking because of the sourness. So make sure your mutton is cooked before you add the lemon. Lemon should be the last thing you're going to add to the recipe. And now just take a slit, this much of it, and have a taste. If it's not sour enough, you can add more lemon. It has to be sour because Khatta means sour, so it has to be sour. I'm going to put a lid on it to cook with the lemon for some time so the lemon juices can get in. And I think I need 1 or half more of the lemon. So let me just get half lemon and squeeze more into it. So we'll take half of the lemon more and squeeze it into it. There we go. So this is almost done. Oh, it smells so good as soon as you add lemon into it. Let it cook for another 2 to 3 minutes, or maybe 2 to 3 boils, and then just leave it as it is. Keep it for resting for some time because mutton needs to be rested before serving. So I'm just going to put the lid on, and after some time I'll show you how I'm going to serve this. So here we have this ready here, and now what we're going to do, we're just going to sprinkle it with some fresh julienne ginger and some fresh coriander. And I'm going to serve this with some rice. So I've made the rice, and I'm just going to put the rice here and put some of the cilantros on top. And here we have the Khatta mutton recipe ready. It does take time to cook the mutton, but it is again a very simple, with very few ingredients recipe. Do give it a try at home, and please leave in a comment how it turns out, and do not forget to subscribe, like and share SS Kitchen. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye.